Hi everyone, Shy here. I hope all of you are doing good. Welcome to another new video. It boggles sometimes mind that some people forego everyday food like bread and cheese for something potentially dangerous and deadly. It's like people are looking for bragging rights by eating something that could cause a serious amount of harm. Although some everyday food can be dangerous as well, from monkey brains to red kidney beans. Here are some deadliest foods people actually eat. Number 1. Red kidney beans. Many of us enjoy red kidney beans in a range of dishes like curry, chili con carne, burgers, and salsa. However, what if we were to tell you that red kidney beans can be deadly? Now, before you start throwing away perfectly good cans of kidney beans, it's essential to understand that their danger comes down to their preparation. Eating just a few raw or undercooked beans can be enough to cause an illness. This is because they contain lectin, which can act as a toxin, especially when it hasn't been cooked out. You may experience nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. The best way to avoid getting sick from red kidney beans is by boiling them for 10 minutes at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. To be on the safe side, some people boil them for up to half an hour. This completely destroys the toxin. Surprisingly, people still get sick from red kidney beans even when they know of the importance of cooking them thoroughly. This is because they sometimes prepare bean dishes in their slow cookers. Research has shown that slow cookers only cook the beans to an internal temperature of 167 degrees. This is not enough to completely destroy lectin. Number 2. CASU MARZU cheese. Cheese is delicious. I mean, there's nothing better than macaroni and cheese for lunch or cheese on crackers. But what about CASU MARZU on crackers with a side of potential death? CASU MARZU from the Italian island of Sardinia has a Guinness World Record as the most dangerous cheese in the world. Fancy a taste? I'm trying not to vomit in my mouth as I share this story with you. The cheese has maggots in it. Cheese skipper flies lay their eggs in the cracks of cheese, usually a salty pecorino, which hatch into maggots. These maggots navigate their way through the cheese, digesting the proteins and turning the cheese into a soft, creamy variety. Once they've done their job, the cheesemonger opens the top and scoops out what's inside. You'll quickly notice that the cheese is moving. Some cheesemongers put the cheese through a centrifuge to merge everything together, but locals tend to like it as it is. They eat the cheese and maggots as they are. As you can probably assume, it is banned from commercial sale, with fines for those who try to sell it. But Sardinians have been eating it for centuries. The tides may also be turning. In recent years, the European Union has been looking at how to revive the grub eating movement, since eating them may be able to reduce carbon dioxide emissions to help with the climate crisis. Number 3. Blood clams. Most clams have clear blood, but blood clams don't. They get the name blood clam because their blood is red like ours. Unlike other clams, theirs contains red blood pigments such as myoglobin and hemoglobin that help them to live in low oxygen environments. Having the same type of blood as us means they are susceptible to some of the same types of diseases. For example, they can carry hepatitis A, dysentery, and typhoid. If we eat them, we too can get these same diseases from them. Surprisingly, they are still delicacies in places like South Asia, although most people know better than to risk it. In 1988, 31 people died from consuming blood clams. At least 15% of people who eat it get an infection. Is it really worth the risk? Not to mention the fact that when you open them, it's like looking at a murder scene. We're so used to seeing clams without red blood. In saying that, only Chinese blood clams are banned in the United States because of sanitation. The levels of pollution where blood clams live means there may be an increased risk of infection when you eat them from these areas. If you were to consume them from the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic, they are mostly considered safe. And these varieties are found throughout Europe and North and South America. Before moving on to the next point, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you all to my merchandise. You can support my content by getting your favorite products from my store or by simply joining my channel. Your support means a lot to me. Now, let's get back to the video. Number 4. Monkey brains. If you had the choice of eating any food in the entire world, what would it be? I could tell you what probably won't appear at the top of your list: monkey brains. However, some people like to live life on the edge, so some people still do eat raw and cooked monkey brains. Rumor has it that in parts of China, they are eaten raw. And even though we're not sure if it's true or not, some people prefer to eat the brain directly from a monkey that is still alive or freshly dead. Apparently, the monkey's head is supported in a bracket with 2 pieces of wood before the head is shaven with a razor. A chisel and hammer are then used to remove the top part of the skull. The person eating it might then remove the brain with a teaspoon and consume it fresh. That's awful enough, but then there are the disease risks to consider. First and foremost, there's variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease to consider, which is sometimes called mad cow disease. It can cause psychiatric problems, painful sensations, and behavioral changes. If that's not bad enough, eating monkey brains may also put you at risk of the herpes B virus and a range of other prion disorders that can take years to present themselves. Honestly, just stick to burgers. Number 5. Starfruit. There's no denying that starfruit from tropical areas and originally from Asia is pretty when you cut it. Each piece is in the shape of a star due to its many angles. It would definitely present beautifully on a fruit platter. And the flesh isn't terrible. Some people describe it as being mild to sour to bitter, so it's not the best fruit out there, but it's not the worst. Although it is pretty close. Eating starfruit can actually be quite damaging to your health. So if you were to choose between a banana and a starfruit, the banana would be the much safer option. Starfruit can have a particularly harmful and toxic effect on people suffering from kidney disease. Other substances in this fruit can also have a terrible impact on your brain, potentially leading to neurological disorders. Most people who have healthy kidneys will efficiently process and pass the toxins out of their bodies. But this isn't possible for people with kidney disease. Instead, it remains in the body and can cause a variety of symptoms like seizures, mental confusion, hiccups, and even death. Number 6. Hot dogs. Hot dogs, the staple of every festive occasion in America and a family favorite for quick, easy dinners. But did you know hot dogs are dangerous? Probably not. Now, hot dogs aren't dangerous in the way you might think. Sure, they're pretty processed and probably contain huge amounts of salt and fat, but they don't contain toxins in the way, say, a Japanese puffer fish would. The most dangerous thing about hot dogs is their perfect shaping to become a choking hazard in children. Pediatricians at Johns Hopkins Children's Center have been giving hot dogs a lot of attention lately. Research suggests that they are now the most common cause of food-related choking in children under age 3, followed by hard candy, grapes, and nuts. At least 17% of choking cases relate to hot dogs, followed by 10% caused by hard candy, 9% caused by grapes, and 8% by nuts. The risks relate to their size and consistency. They can plug a child's airway to stop any air from getting through. As children have a high level of activity and don't yet have a complete set of teeth to chew and grind properly at age 3, they are at significant risk of choking. Number 7. Potatoes. Thunk. Oh, sorry, that sound was my jaw hitting the floor. Now, how on earth can potatoes be a deadly type of food that we still eat? After all, they're delicious mashed, boiled, baked, fried. The list goes on. They appear on most people's shopping lists, and they are one of the most versatile vegetables we've ever had. But in some situations, they can be pretty harmful. Have you ever noticed a green potato mixed in with your bag of perfectly normal-looking ones? You might think you could just cook it how you would the others, but there are plenty of reasons why you should just throw that one away. Green potatoes tend to contain high levels of solanine, which is a neurotoxin. It's naturally present in potatoes, but in quite high levels within green potatoes. If the solanine level in a potato is above 0.1%, it can make a person sick. Typically, most people notice that their potato isn't good to eat because it tastes bitter. If you notice bitterness, stop eating. Even 2 pounds of potatoes with high levels of solanine can make you experience fever, headache, diarrhea, stomach pain, vomiting, a slow pulse, a low body temperature, and slow breathing. So, that was all for today. I hope you have watched the video up to this time stamp. Make sure to press the like button if it amazed you. Press the subscribe button if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, as it's totally free. You can follow me on all social media platforms. All links are given in the description. You can also watch other cool stuff. The playlist link is also mentioned in the description. I will catch you up soon in the next video. Till then, peace out.